Okay, switching gears, it's that time of year. Kids of all ages will make their parents wake up at the crack of dawn to do one thing. You know what it is. Run downstairs, see what's under the Christmas tree, and open those gifts. It usually leads to scenes like this of destroyed wrapping paper and lots of smiles. But after all of the gifts are open, there can be a flip side. Check it out. When kids, I recognize that face. When kids can be disappointed with Santa's presents, what's a parent to do? So President and CEO of Integrative Counseling, Dr. Brad Schwal, says the answer is to teach contentment. He joins me to share more. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is such a timely topic, obviously, and it is something that parents do experience, especially now in the age of comparison. So how can parents teach children to appreciate, first of all, what they already have before the Christmas morning? How can they appreciate what they already have now that we're entering into the holiday season where there's so much more focus on gifts?
Absolutely. Gifts are fun, but there are some other values that we need to teach before that morning, before that gift opening, and those are generosity and gratitude. So help our kids learn those values to be other focused, and then focus on meaning. Focus on the meaning of the gifts, focus on experience. So it really does start before the morning, before the gifts are given, by laying a foundation for a proper perspective on gift giving and receiving.
Well, and also from a developmental standpoint, you know, kids are at a certain age where they're still in that mode where it's going to be all about them. That's a natural part of the growing process. But what we emulate to them, they can learn and take on and use that as they grow into adults. So what strategies do you suggest to help kids kind of feel grateful for what they receive under the tree, even if it's not exactly what they asked for?
Right. We want to help our kids with expectations, help them picture what's going to happen. As we talk about gifts, also talk about what it means and talk about why we give gifts. At the center, we believe that faith is a part of mental health. And so the traditions related to faith are so important. And so by focusing on the reason why we give gifts, that helps to prepare our children. Now, certainly, we don't want to take away the fun of them dreaming about what they might receive, but the more that we can build up to it and as a part of our traditions, focus on giving to others and get them excited about giving, then perhaps that does shift how they view the gifts that they are receiving.
And maybe even have them participating in the giving process.
Absolutely.
You know, something outside of the box, having parents take them to certain places where they can partake in seeing what it's like, because it's not only the gift of giving to somebody else, you are gifted when you do that.
For sure. So they need to understand that families have lots of different experiences, and so that empathy actually is important. So by helping them, and it's not just a lecture, it's not just after we see their disappointment, it is ongoing, because many people don't have that privilege of being able to open a lot of gifts. So by teaching generosity, then that still can help kids know what truly is fun. That means the giving, but then it can also actually add more fun to the gift receiving too.
I think you're right, because that's the blessing of giving, is that you emotionally are receive in the process. So let's also talk about this age of social media. It's all about comparison. We always put our best foot forward, and kids are really picking up on that too. So what do you suggest you help children when they are going to be more than likely comparing their gifts to the other friends in their social networks?
So I'm a big believer in good, solid, caring conversations. And so talking to our kids, saying, hey, what are you seeing on social media? Now, we want to wait a long time for them to be on social media, but we want to talk to them about what they do observe and focus on what they believe to be true and valuable and meaningful. That's another important spot for us to also model. The more that they see us scrolling and comparing ourselves, they're going to build that habit themselves. So the more that we can focus on who we are as a family, it keeps us from comparing how other families might view things. And always remembering that what we see is just the tip of the iceberg. What looks glittering and great sometimes isn't. So focus on your family and your values.
Okay, that's a really good point. So let's talk about some practical tips, because I'm talking about all through the years. What can we do as parents to really demonstrate gratitude all year long, so that kids can not just see this during the holidays, but can experience that modeled behavior throughout the year?
Find ways to volunteer. Find ways when you're listening to your child and they talk about a child that may have had a difficult experience, teaching empathy. Behaviorally, prepare your child for that morning and say, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go a present at a time. When you receive a gift from a loved one, you smile and you say thank you. So with kids at the basic behavioral level, helping prepare them for what to do also can help it go smoothly, because we don't want to just throw everything out there that's overstimulating. But throughout the year, by being involved in that volunteering, then that lays that foundation that is important.
Christmas morning can be so chaotic. There's wrapping paper everywhere. And also kids sometimes miss the fact of the value, the monetary value behind some of these kids. Kids, do you think that it's important that they're aware of, the significance that this gift might have from them? Is that a teaching moment for them as well?
It is. I mean, that's where we get into our relationship with money and what money means. And so I do think it's important to teach kids value and a monetary value to help them understand when we sacrifice. John Wesley, a Methodist leader, said that we earn all we get, as much as we get, we can save as much as we get, and we need to give as much as we can. And so by focusing on all of that and being responsible, that's another important lesson.
So many great lessons. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. And happy holidays. Remind us.
Absolutely. We do have tips at the Center Counseling. You can get tips. You can also schedule an appointment with one of our amazing therapists, and you can also give, because we make mental health care accessible. The Center Counseling is our social media handle and our website.
The Center Counseling. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and happy holidays.
You too.